It's all good.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh, it's
sorry.
okay.
You guys have to remember that, okay, from now on. So there's a few commands, right? SFTP, SSH, and also the other one which you don't need to learn that right now is called RCP. Okay, rsync. Sorry, it's called rsync. Rsync is another one which is very powerful. I will have a chance to talk about that. But since I didn't record, I want to just do that again with SFTP because I think this is going to be useful for that. So here I'm actually, because I forgot to record, so I'm going to show you how to do SFTP. So you type the command SFTP to the user ID, which is this user ID because they assigned to me CS36B, and the machine is PC 17. So I'm actually going to do that. Sorry, I have to type in the password. Okay, so you can in the remote machine you can do the Unix commands such as ls, and you can cd the directory. You can actually move around, but you can also see your local directory, explain ls that will allow you to see your local directory where you are. You can also do lcd locally. You can change that to say files. Okay. And now I do ls, say I want to get the file, ecs36b, whatever. So I just do mget. No, I don't want to do this. I thought I do %c. See, you can get the file here, and then you can do input. Let me see what file I have. I want to input. I will assuming I just input VSID record 00. So I say input. So just let you know, this is the two most important command. mget is downloading the file from the server to the client, and input is uploading from your local machine to the server. And in this case, you can upload your result to CSIF machine, which is CSIF machine is the server. And then you can actually hand in your homework from there. Okay, and then at the end, after you finish, you say quit. And then you're back to normal. So that's SFTP. That should be available for everywhere. Even you can do SFTP, by the way, from Android phone. I have done SFTP from Android as well. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
You're
So
welcome.
I'm at the LCD, and I know that's to change the local directory, right?
Right.
So if I have the homework tar file in my downloads folder on my PC, what would I use to get to there? Would it just still be files, or would it be like more specific?
No, you should say LCD downloads, or LCD. If this is on your C drive, you probably have to say LCD/MMT/C/whatever. It's a lot of them. And you can do
Okay,
LCD
okay,
multiple times, right? Just like you can
okay.
do LCD, change one level, see
Hmm.
where you are, and then do LCD again. It's
Okay.
pretty much just like, it's interesting. SFTP here is just like using a Unix file system, but there are two sides. One
Hmm. Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
the server side, one is the client side. Yeah.
So sorry, do you know like where would I start? Would it be the C drive that I have to get into first and then go from there? Like to go to
Well,
reach
it depends,
downloads?
depending on where you put your file that you want to upload, right? If you're
Yeah,
using
yeah.
Linux, you're probably not going to be on your C drive. It's going to be on your WSL or
Yeah.
whatever, the Ubuntu drive, which is probably not. But somehow, if you want to upload anything using SFTP from your C drive, then yes, you should start with /MNT/C.
Okay, slash MMT.
Okay. I'm assuming you are using a Ubuntu or WSL Ubuntu under Unix.
Oh no, I'm
So,
using a putty and then I'm using CSIF.
okay, all right, PuTTY is another thing I don't like. Okay.
Yeah.
I,
Unfortunately,
I
my
use
options are limited.
SSH. I use SSH actually. I use SSH. I don't use PuTTY. But okay, you have to actually check DF, using DF to see if there is any mounting. But if you're using PuTTY, wait a minute, you're using PuTTY. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're using PuTTY, you really don't need to download up and down. I mean, you need to do the sftp to upload the file or download the file because you want to do development locally on your machine.
Yeah.
My assumption about PuTTY is just a terminal, but when you're inside the PuTTY, you are actually using CSIF. You're not using
Yeah.
your own machine. So in that case, all your file is on the CSIF. And
Okay.
therefore, you don't need to transfer the file. So when you're in PuTTY, you are actually using CSIF. That's
Okay.
my understanding. I haven't
Okay.
been using PuTTY for a long time. Even when I
Yeah.
was using CSIF, I like to use SSH. Let me just show you SSH. Okay,
Okay.
you can do that if you can use SSH from locally. Okay, here's another issue. The reason we have to use PuTTY at one point is because at that time SSH is not well supported under Windows. So you use PuTTY as a window program to like a terminal, but I think this day you can easily get the SSH client from the Windows side, and you can do that. So typically you do run the command SSH, and let's do that again. Let me do this again. Instead of say sftp, you just say SSH, and then you again, and
Would I be doing this on PuTTY though, or a different thing?
no, you should be doing this directly from your local machine.
Oh, from like my command prompt?
Your command prompt you can try. It might work actually.
Okay.
Windows might support it this day. Okay. And if not, then you can, let me show you something that I used to do this as well. Let me actually show you something. SSH client on Windows 10. Yeah, you see that? There is a Windows 10, there is a built-in.
Okay.
There's a built-in. Yeah. I mean, PuTTY is a free SSH telnet client for Windows as well. You can do either one. But I think it's already built in.
Okay.
Okay.
So should I go ahead and like look into that and then do this?
Yeah, I think you can, if you're okay using PuTTY, just keep using PuTTY. That's fine.
Oh no, like I literally just installed it today and I just got it working today.
Yeah.
Or no, I had PuTTY for a little bit, but I only got it working today.
Okay. Okay. So then you can either continue to use PuTTY, but you're using the CSIF facility. Let me tell you why I think sometimes it might be a problem, because sometimes if you're out of network, you're not connecting to anywhere. If you want to continue to work on your homework or doing develop some program, and now the CSIF is gone because you don't have internet access or whatever. So
Okay.
that's why I'm hoping to help you to get WSL installed on your Windows 10 education.
Oh,
That
I just have home. I don't have the education version
you have
'cause
the home. Okay,
yeah. Mhm.
that should be okay as well. I have
Okay.
to see that. Okay, I'll check and let you know, Arthur. Okay,
Okay. Thank you, Professor.
okay, you're welcome.
Could I message you because I feel like I'm kind of behind with like getting at
Sure,
the first
sure.
part then? Okay.
Sure. I just let you and everybody know I'm also behind on answering my email. I still have a few email I haven't get to. I mean, this is the beginning of the quarter. I have a few other responsibility to take care, and it's about cybersecurity. Just to let you know, so that's why I cannot talk too much. And there's issues right now. That's why sometimes I'm very slow. But I will get to that, and hopefully TA will get to that as well. Okay.
Okay.
So if you send me email and CC to TA, if I didn't have a chance to get to that, TA will help me to and get back to you as soon as possible. Okay.
Okay. And
All
and
right.
sorry, Professor, just to like clarify what I should be doing right now. So I should enable the SSH for Windows, and then from there just be like I would find the homework folder and then um like do the commands that you like already put in the homework doc.
That sounds good. That sounds good. But
Okay.
you in that case you will be using CSIF facility. Just to clarify, you're using CSIF to work on the homework, which is fine. And also uh, in that case, SSH and the PuTTY is probably going to give you the similar result.
Okay. No, but sorry, I was just asking if, because you know how you were telling me about like enabling it for like Windows like locally like for my
Mm-hmm.
PC. So should I do that instead of using PuTTY and CSIF and
I,
then do the doc?
No, if you use SSH, if you enable that, that's I think that's okay for you to do that. But even after you enable SSH, you're still using CSIF. You're just using the SSH supported by Windows 10 to go to CSIF.
Oh, so regardless, I would have to
Regardless,
still, yeah, it
yeah,
would still be like PuTTY.
right.
Okay.
PuTTY itself is also a SSH essentially.
Okay, okay. So then, so I would still have the issue of like I would need to upload the files or something to like the
No,
CSIF
no.
and then.
If you use CSIF, you don't need to upload file because all the file you have is on CSIF. So you submit from there. You only have problem when you need to download or upload is because you have an environment, either you have a local Unix like environment, like a
Okay.
WSL, like a Ubuntu, or like a Mac OS. You
Mhm.
want to do local development,
Yeah.
then you will need to download and upload, which I
Okay.
think is a troublesome sometimes, but I think is a good experience for you to have.
Isn't that though like the first part of the homework, right? Because like I downloaded the file, like the tar file, but then in order to access it,
Oh, I see.
yeah,
I see what you're saying. No,
yeah.
no, you're right. You're right. I was not thinking. I was not
Oh, it's
thinking.
okay.
Sorry. You're right. Yes, for homework 1, 2, you have to download it from the website. Then you have to upload to CSIF and work there.
Okay.
You're
And then
completely right. I'm completely forgot about that part.
it's okay. So then would I would need like something in order to like upload the like I would need like a different software in order to upload the file to CSIF, right?
No, usually if you have a SSH, the SSH will give you sftp. So usually SSH and sftp, they come together. So
Okay.
whenever you can use SSH, you should be able to use sftp.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll talk to one of the TAs and then yeah I'll go from there. So thank you,
Okay,
Professor.
you're welcome. Okay,
Professor. So I emailed you earlier about the SP client for small programs, and in your source code, you have a line that says hashtag include JSON slash JSON.h, and that's an external library. So I downloaded that
I
external
know,
library.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Let me see, how do I fix that issue? Okay, hold on 1 second. Can you see my screen? Did I share
I
my
can.
screen?
I can.
Let me share my screen. Now, 1 second, let me bring up let me just, okay. You see, this is the make file I have. And under make file, I have a -l jsoncpp. So I'm linking to the JSON library, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so when you try to build your SP client program, do you use the makefile I provide?
I do use the makefile that you provide, and I still get an error saying that we cannot find that file.
Okay, okay, that's fine. I think I now know what's going on. So what platform you're using? You're using Mac OS or Windows or WSL?
Yes, I'm using Mac OS. And
Mac OS. Okay, you might need to install JSON CPP
so I did
driver.
do that, Professor. I did do it using VC Pack PKG, which is what VS Code recommended. It's just a library installer.
Mm-hmm.
And I downloaded the package, and then the squiggly line went away in the code. That means IntelliSense recognized it, but when I compile it, it still says cannot find the file json.h.
Let
Can
me
I share my screen? Can I share my screen? I think it would be
sure,
easier.
please. Let me stop sharing that, and then I will let you share.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, please go ahead.
Professor,
Yes,
I have a very short question.
sure.
Safedine,
Yeah, 17, go ahead.
you should double check your JSON, FYI.
What is meant by that?
So everything has to be correct word by word. If there's a spelling error, then you will get a failure. So you should triple, quadruple check that, because that's where I messed up and I got a failure.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry for interrupting. Sorry.
No problem.
sure. Okay. Before, I just want to let you know that I didn't use the other way of installing it. Is called I think it's a VCPKG, right? You're using VCPKG to download it.
Yes, I used that.
I never tried that. What I did is I use Homebrew to do that.
Mm.
I will put the, you can share your screen now. I'm going to send the link over the chat. Okay.
So just watch this. I get fail error json.h not found, and then
right.
I'm gonna let me show you my path, my include path. So I included the path to this directory, which has the .h file. And see, look, if I delete this and then I type it again, IntelliSense is able to find it, and then it pops up here, right?
Right.
And it shows the root. But when I compile it, I still get an error.
Yeah, somehow they didn't install it correctly. So the compiler, can you, let me see. Well, let me see what you did over here.
Where? The CPP file? Or?
No, I'm actually looking at your terminal. I'm
Okay.
looking at your terminal.
I did change the makefile a little bit.
Well, I don't think they're looking at your makefile at all, because you're, wait a minute. Okay, you're looking at makefile. Yeah, you're right.
So there was a -i/user/include here.
You can put minus capital I.
Okay.
Can you show me that pass, where that JSON, the pass again? Can you actually copy that pass?
Yeah. Okay, sure. So
Okay.
this is the folder, and then if I tab it, and then this is where it is exactly.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. It's actually put under PKG. That's okay. Can you actually copy the whole pass?
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, copy, and then let's go to your makefile. Okay, do in the C flag. After that, call minus capital I. No, the same line.
Oh, yeah.
Don't make it. Yeah, here. And
And-
then just paste the whole thing.
Whoops.
But get rid of the first slash, and also get rid of the last part, which is json.h. Get rid of that. Just stop at include. Get rid of more. Get rid of more.
More? Okay.
Yeah. I think get rid of one slash.
Okay.
One more backslash. Okay. Okay. Try to save it and then try to see if Makefile can find it now. No, that's it.
This looks like what this is. This looks like what this is. So
Right.
I'll run it though.
Yeah. Okay, now I think you're okay, but you have something else, right?
It still says not found. Let's see. Oh wait, no, that's the old one. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
It's
the old
this one. Expect file name.
Can you go back to your?
Oh yeah, I
C
didn't
file?
type it in all the way.
Yeah. That's okay. Okay, now it's a different one, right?
Perfect. Then I believe that did fix it.
Right. That problem. I mean, it's ugly fix. I mean, you shouldn't need to do that. But there's some installation. I think it's a disconnect between the Makefile and the VS Code. And the VS Code didn't pick. Sorry, Makefile didn't pick up the path that established by VS Code. Okay.
I see. So can I just is there something wrong with this line? If I replace this line with this, would it work? Should I include the I too? No.
I think you should recruit because what you have, this is what you have here. This is the configuration by VS Code. But what you have in Makefile is actually a separate, it's a terminal development. So VS Code is a little bit different from Visual Studio. Visual Studio is a complete environment. VS Code is really a editing environment with minimal runtime support. So you either using VS Code's way of building the executable or you using make, but they are not talking to each other. So when you type in make, it's just a regular make. It's not aware of you're using VS Code. Okay. And so whatever you have on the VS Code, it doesn't affect the make file.
So then whenever I have to include an external library, you just suggest I put it here.
Right. Or you can install jsoncpp using Homebrew. If you use Homebrew to install, as I send it to the chat to everybody, and that package, if you install there, that should give you the that should give your Makefile access. It's not going to put it on the VC package. It's going to put it under a default directory include, so everybody can access. In fact, Brew is actually a really nice package installation facility that you want to use.
So I do have Homebrew, but I just used VC package. Can I download it again and see if it works?
Sure.
Okay, so it's jsoncpp. Huh. I guess it. Oh wait, it's Brew. It's just Brew. jsoncpp.
Yes.
And is it something else?
I forgot the name. No. There is something else you need to type. I forgot what I did. Hold on one second. If you go to the link, I'll suggest you. Let me see. Let me take a look at this.
Professor, could I just ask, how long is your office hours?
I'll probably need to go in a few minutes, so I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk about homework part two, but I will talk about that tomorrow. The first thing.
So, Professor, can I ask a very quick question about the mybreak.cu pro?
Sure.
Like, can I share my screen to you very quickly? Just short question.
I have to ask
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Do you
Arthur,
mind? Like,
if you can take your screen back and the other student can share. Thank you. I appreciate that, Akshay.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. A very quick one. Like here, I don't know why it cannot like this part. I don't know what this works for.
You say line 25 to 29?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically 25, I don't know if you understand the concept of ARGC. ARGC is the counter for how many arguments that you have. So ARGC is basically check whether you are programmed, when you run the program, you provide the right amount of argument. So this is, say, my break, right? My break take 3 arguments. So including the first argument, which is the command, which is my break. So my break, and then the second argument, the first, second, and third argument. So totally you should have a 4 argument. So you should have a 4 argument, my break, and then source, prefix, and chunk size. And therefore ARGC need to be 4. If you didn't provide enough argument, then the program will just print an error message and exit. Okay,
so like
that's
so this means like the input like should have 4 elements.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Are there any, sorry about that, we're kind of running out of time. Are there any other?
Yes, Professor, I have one more question.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so I know you said that you won't talk about homework too much, or the second part, but there is just one little question. So on top of the main file, it says that it's not to be modified, but the problem with that is that if you don't instantiate the static variables for transaction and person, then the code doesn't run because there is no way to like initialize that static variable into the TPP file or like into the constructor. So should
that part you can modify. You can actually add a static to initialize your. This is what we call the class variable. The class variable initial.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. I will cover that tomorrow.
Okay. Thank
Don't
you.
worry. All right. Thank you. Okay. Is there any last question?
Professor.
Oh. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say thank you, Professor. Homebrew is so much easier, and I don't have to do the thing that I did in the makefile. Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know Brew is a very nice tool. I'm glad you resolved that problem. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually, thank you for helping me as well.
Did it work?
Okay.
No, it didn't. I'm gonna ask the professor right now.
Okay.
Professor, whenever I use the JSON command line, it's just I get the failed error message.
What kind of message? You want to show it to us?
Yeah, I'll show it real quick. Okay, this is the message.
Let me move closer.
Failed RC.
You I think the input argument, when you type it in, can you not, this is your homework, wait a minute, this is your homework 1, homework 2, part 1, is that right?
Yeah, but I'm using
no, that's fine. Yeah. That part is fine, but you the argument, the last argument is incorrect. It's not that is not a JSON. You type the name JSON. What I means that literally you need to put in the JSON. The last part, starting with a single quote JSON. That part you need to write like a curly bracket, whatever, those kind of things. You might want to take a look at the example I provide.
Yeah, I saw the example. This is the example. This is the example. It's like a 2 brackets. Am I supposed to
No,
type
no.
in-
This part, the homework 2 JSON, that part is actually represented by the blue a little bit down. You have to type in the whole thing.
which one? The
This
blue.
part. Yeah, this part,
Okay. This
part.
this here.
Yeah, this part. Yeah,
Okay, so
that's a JSON.
okay, so I put this and then I put this.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
And
okay,
then,
what?
and then-
Okay, okay.
And then that part you have to worry about single quote. You have to worry about the double quote. Make sure it's a straight, not the slide one.
Okay, okay, I see. Thank you, thank you.
Okay,
I'm gonna
you're
stop
welcome.
sharing now.
Okay, so all right. Thank you for coming, and I will see you tomorrow. And I have to go. Okay. All right. You all take
Okay.
care.
Thank you,
Bye.
Professor.
Bye.
Bye.